Hi there and good evening. I am going to start posting a few of these bed talks inspired by my friend Dave Rendall instead of TED Talks, which involves standing up and speaking to a large crowd of people. We are very limited in who we can see during this time of quarantine and self-isolation. So the idea was to have bed talks. So that was a great idea. So every couple days I'll post something here that hopefully is of value to you. And what I wanted to talk about today was I have been part of these networking communities, through Zoom, like different people who can no longer see each other in person have been uniting online. So I've been attending these weekly. And one of the questions that was asked by our facilitator today was, what is it you are not admitting to yourself about what you're feeling, right? What is it that you're not admitting to yourself about what you're feeling? So went right for the jugular, but I was thinking what am I not really telling myself? And I kind of go down the road of what's happening with my business, what's happening with life. and I thought, actually, yeah, I'm afraid that my business won't really flourish like I had grand plans for it to this year, and that I won't get to actually run in-person travel experiences. So that's definitely something that I was worried about, and I haven't really talked about with myself too much. I'm still strategizing for other options, but anyway, it brought up this whole idea of fear. And fear is something I have been discussing at length within my workshops. So I have my online workshops that are part of coaching and mentoring, and then I've been working with teenagers, and then part of my virtual retreats we always talk about fear. What does it look like? And the biggest takeaway, or one of the biggest takeaways when it comes to understanding fear, is that it lurks in disguise. Fear can show up as anger, it can show up as frustration, it can show up as worry, discouragement, so when you are going through, negative emotions, pessimism, hurt, rage, jealousy, all of these emotions that are negative, and they kind of block you up, that's fear in disguise. So the next step to understanding how to dismantle that fear is to start to work your way through untangling that fear, right? So I guess, for example, my fear of my business not flourishing, well, what else can I do? How do I work to understand that, oh, I am afraid of this. How am I behaving because of my fear? My behavior because of my fear has been urgency, frantically repackaging what I offer into online opportunities. I've been connecting more strategically and with specific people in mind. I've been far more concise and personal, I think, rather than promote to the masses, just thinking about okay, how do I put myself in a position where I don't feel threatened anymore, where I'm not afraid of what the future holds. So that's what I did. So anyway, it was an awesome question, I think, to think about what is it you're not admitting to yourself, because usually it is fear that stops us from being honest with what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're going through. So anyway, I thought it was a very thought-provoking question that turned into a journal topic for myself, which then turned into a bed talk. So I hope to post a few of these. I am messaging from Nicaragua, so this gleam of sweat here from just being the hot season here, that'll probably be present for a while. But anyway, take care, and remember, whatever you're fearing, try to uncover what is it that's really going on, and see if you can't sort of disentangle yourself from it. Have a good night.